Hey viewers, welcome to VL Astrology. Once again, I'm Vanita Linka. I'm a Vedic astrologer. I hope I'm audible. I'm using my regular mic today because everybody was complaining that we cannot hear you because I'm in the hospital, as you all know. So I just wanted to share with you that everything is under control, but still, things are not uh, that great when it comes to the old age. So that's the reason, I'm from the hospital updating you from time to time about the transit positions. So today I'm going to be discussing week number 10 of the year 2025, and it's starting from the 3rd to the 9th of March. And we do have moon's positions transiting through 3 zodiac signs of Aries, Taurus, and Gemini. So on the 3rd, 4th, it is going to be aspected by Saturn in Aries sign and then moves into the Taurus sign where it exalts, and it's going to be conjunct Jupiter and is going to be aspected by Ketu. As you know, I take aspects of Ketu also. And then it moves on the 7th to the 9th evening. It's going to be conjunct Mars, trying to Sun and Saturn in the Gemini sign. So please let me know if you can hear me clear and the signals are okay, because, I'm in the cafeteria of the hospital where my mom-in-law is under a critical situation. So I thought that I must update my audience. They're just like my family, They're family actually, not like, but they are family. So this is what is the week looking like. And we do have Venus stationary. Venus is going to be stationary from the 28th of February. It went stationary, and then it is going to be till the 13th of April retrograde. It's a very important and a crucial transit, and because of which, there are so many people who are experiencing highs and lows in the finances, because the market also crashed because Venus was stationary and Mercury had entered the sign of Pisces, and there's a Nicha Bhanga also forming. With this Venus retrogression, it's not considered to be that good. Please let me know if I'm audible, I'm clear. Please, I request you. And we do have Jupiter and Saturn conjunction in the sign Gemini in Navmansha also on the 19th of March. So it's a very important conjunction which is happening. It's a double transit kind of a situation, because of which the situations, impact us even more. Okay. So now coming to the sign-wise predictions, I'll be taking up from the ascendant moon, as you know, and the Dasha sign-wise. I hope I'm audible and I'm clear. Thank you, Rekha, telling me, updating me. Thank you so much. So this is as per ascendant moon and the Dasha. As you all know, I take Dasha sign also. So this is very important to check. Now coming to the first one, that is Aries first. So for Aries natives, this week moon is going to be transiting your first house, second house, and the third house. So this is a very important week that is starting because in the first house, let me just change it to Aries also, because the horoscope is of Pisces, which we ended yesterday. And thank you so much for all your blessings and love and care and understanding. The location is different. I'm trying hard to cope up with this, and I hope I'm clear and it's not creating any trouble to you all, to understand the readings, because that's my main objective, to share with you the insights on the transit positions and how is it going to impact you all, so that you're, it's heads up. People wait for these readings, so that is why I'm here. Okay, thank you so much for understanding. So for Aries, moon is going to be in your first house. The cycle has come to an end now. It is just the beginning of the cycle. So it's very important to know what exactly is in your mind, what you want to do. Some initiation is going to take place. You can maybe, go for some journeys, travels, mood swings can happen. Mood is generally, about emotions, too much thinking from the heart, not from the head. So impractical kind of a thing. And there is definitely a initiation of new things, new tasks. You can just go ahead with anything, any project that you are thinking of, renewed mindset, because, after the 12th house, now it is the first house where moon is going to be, this 3rd and the 4th. So this is the time when you will feel the, that, yes, I want to do many things. You're the nurturing kinds, you're bringing that kind of, comfort to others also. And then moves into the second house on the fifth and the sixth, and it's going to be conjunct Jupiter, and it exalts there also. And this is definitely a very positive time. I'll take the questions towards the end. Please bear with me. So this is something which is going to be taking place on the 5th to the 6th, when it is going to be aspected by Ketu also in the second house. So it's good because moon is exalted. So financials definitely get a little better with that. But surely, expenditures, unwanted or uncalled for expenditure can also happen during this time. So you have to be careful. You might just be spending more time in cooking and, gathering with the family, and maybe taking them out for dinner or something during this time also. It's good if you are, not doing stress eating, because it can lead to stress eating also, and it can lead to some complications in the stomach region, because Ketu is there in the 6th house of yours. So you cannot get involved in any kind of litigation, loans, etc. right now. Not advisable to, because Mars is also looking at your 6th house. So you have to be any which ways cautious about the break in or deviation from whatever you're doing. It can bring in break in agreement also. Travels might become cumbersome. Your relationship with your uncles and aunts can suffer. And then it is going to be 7 to the 9th evening that it is going to be in the 3rd house of yours, and it's in Gemini sign, and that's from 7 to 9th evening, Mars, and is going to be trying to Saturn and Sun also. So this is a very crucial phase for you, because you can be maybe traveling, can be that you have some tiff or some kind of argument with your siblings also, neighbors, siblings. It can bring about some that, but you're going to be having a lot of courage to make decisions now. You're going to be really working hard on yourself and your open-mindedness, learning process. You're going to be very spontaneous during this time also. And this is also a good time for going for grocery shopping or anything to do with cooking, etc. Using your hands, maybe some artistic bent of mind, you're writing. So all that happens when moon is going to be conjunct Mars, Lagnesh, in the 3rd house. First and the 4th houses are going to get, lords are going to get conjunct here. So it is like a Nicha Banga kind of a situation also for Mars. So Mars gains a lot of energy when moon and Mars are together. It's a Chandra Mangal Yoga, Lakshmi Yoga. So it's very positive for you if you want to make any decisions regards to your property, regards to your health, if you want to start or initiate any journey, or you want to learn something. So this is a very good time period for that. Okay, you can just go ahead with it. Also, there is a possibility of some friends who are going to be influencing your mindset on the investment part. So you have to be a little careful about that, because it can lead to some kind of complications here and there in regards to your relationship with them also. So that is something which is going to be, and maybe, there's a new relationship that will come up, and the old one breaks, just without even thinking about it. Maybe, you did not plan that, and it happens. But good for property matters, good for relationships also this week. Also, Venus is stationary retrograde. It's going to be stationary till 3rd, and then it moves into the retrograde motion. When it is retrograding, it is moving, inching towards Mercury, Rahu. It's moving backwards. So one has to be careful about their health. Women counterparts might conspire against you. You have to be careful, to not just give in your ideas and share your ideas with someone who you think can backstab you. So that is something you have to be cautious about. And it can be that your investments might just fail you. There's a crash of market also, because Venus was stationary when this happened, and Mercury had entered the sign of Pisces. So there was a Nicha Banga also, which was forming in your 12th house. So maybe when you're traveling, you can have some, difficult times, or in relationship, you can have difficult times. So that is something which you have to work on with this Venus retrogression also. Okay. But this week, it's not looking that bad, because Mars is in trine to your 7th house. So it might just trigger some new relationship also. Okay. So worship Lord Ganesha, Goddess Lakshmi, and things will fall in place. Don't worry. Everything has a time and everything goes well. Okay. Coming to the next one, that is Taurus. So for Taurus natives, Yeah, I'll tell you. Taurus natives, you know what? This week, moon is going to be in your 12th, first, and second houses. So when it is in the 12th house, it is going to be from the third to the fourth, and it's going to be aspected by Saturn also. So it gives issues in the foreign lands, or maybe, you know, when you're traveling, you have not locked your house well, something is missing. Maybe your plants or something, you know, you have some kind of irritability because of that, or some kind of, something is amiss somewhere. You know, you have left your house and you are always constantly thinking that there is something which is wrong. You know, I have maybe, you know, not locked my cupboard or my wardrobe, or my backyard is open, the door is open. So these kind of things happen. You know, there's something which is very illusionary when moon is in the 12th house, sleepless nights because of you having some kind of issues there. So you will be dealing with all that, but it will definitely be giving you some troubles while traveling also. And moon is in the 12th house of yours, and there is a Saturn aspect also here. So maybe, you know, you're daydreaming, you're thinking too much about your childhood, and you're thinking about how you can, be more into uh, some sort of, something to do with your rejuvenation energy. You want to just contemplate on things in yourself, introspective also during this time. Or maybe you're too busy with your meetings, etc. So you're preparing for that, you're working on that. So this might just be the time when you're going to be looking at things in a very different manner. Okay, like the whole cycle is coming to an end now. I have to start with another cycle. So you're preparing for the some presentation or some lecture, and you're in isolation. 12th house is isolation, hospitalization, expenditures. Maybe you're going to be spending a lot of time and energy on things which you did not plan on. Some unnecessary expenditures might happen. Maybe, you know, Venus is also turning retrograde, Lagnesh is also turning retrograde, stationary retrograde. So it might just bring about some expenditures or complications in relationships any which way. So you have to be cautious about that. Do not just sign any agreement without reading them really well. Your MOUs or your, paperwork that you have to do, you have to be cautious about that. And then moon moves into your first house. Now the cycle begins because Jupiter and Ketu are looking at your first house, and that's happening from the 5th to the 6th. It's going to be exalted here. When moon is in the first house, the cycle begins. The whole cycle comes to an end when it is in the 12th house. So moon has completed the round of 27 days. Now it is going to be entering the first house. So this is the time when you will be experiencing a lot of energies. Again, you're thinking about growth, you're thinking about new perspective, you're thinking about travels, you're too nurturing times, emotional. So any decision that you make emotionally might just fall back, or just it can be that it backfires. So that is something that you have to keep a constant check on. You don't have to leave your practical approach towards investments, finances, travels, whatever your decisions are, relationship wise also. You have to be really prepared for that also. And then Ketu is also in trine. So this might just bring about some relationship issues also with your partner, or children might require some extra attention also during this time. And then moon is going to be on the 7th to the 9th evening. It's going to be conjunct Mars, and it's going to be in trine to Saturn and Sun also. So this is a very good time period to make the best use of your resources. Connect with your family rather than moving against them. There can be that you're going to be feeling, maybe, you're feeling quite, irritable. You're having a lot of friction with your family. Arguments are happening, but it won't help you. So maybe you're bringing your, carrying a lot of baggage, from the workplace, and you're not bringing it home. So that is something you have to be cautious about also. Don't get carried away. And it might just be that you're eating some wrong foods outside, oily, spicy foods outside. So you have to be careful about that also. Do not just eat outside food. It can give you digestive issues also. Okay. But good time for making the best decisions at the workplace. Maybe somebody at the workplace will be giving you that kind of support that you're looking at. Maybe they are going to be working for you. The bosses and seniors, they're going to be accepting your ideas, and you're going to be using them well also. So that way it's a very beautiful time period for you. And because Sun and Saturn are here, and definitely it is going to be the time when you will be making some major decisions regards to your illusion, delusion, confusion because of this Rahu energy in the 11th house. You have to be cautious about that. Venus is turning retrograde, so you need to be very cautious about your health also. It's the 6th from the 6th where Venus is. So it might just be that you have to revisit the same doctor, or you have to change the doctor also if you are seeking any kind of advice from the doctor, if you're going in for any kind of treatment already. Okay. And Mars is looking at your 5th house. Take care of your relationship, take care of your children. If you're a student native, they can be that you're leaving your country and going overseas for further education. There is a job or an internship which is going to start also for you. So this is something which is going to be the week like. And we have in the Gemini sign, we have this double transit in the Navmansha happening. Jupiter and Saturn are together in your 2nd house. So very positive for your finances. Financial growth can be anticipated with this Jupiter and Saturn conjunction in the Navmansha, which means that some new avenues are going to open up. You will get to know, you will be able to recover if you have lost some money, in your finances, you will be able to recover also. Okay. So that's something. So just be careful when Venus is retrograde from the 28th Feb to the 3rd of, till the 13th of April. Then it becomes again stationary till the 16th of April. Just be careful with your finances and your relationship, any which ways. Coming to the next one. I hope I'm audible and clear. Coming to the next one, that is Gemini. So for Gemini natives, this week Moon is going to be transiting your 11th, 12th, and 1st houses. To start with, it's going to be in the 11th house, and it's going to be from the 3rd to the 4th, aspected by Saturn also. So some serious friendships, maybe, something will break up and then some new beginnings. Also, this might just bring in new friends in your life. This week is a very positive week for that reason also. Maybe there is some kind of attention or counseling which is required in your family or in your friend circle. Somebody needs your help, and maybe, don't pay attention to the gossiping part. Maybe, people are conspiring against you. You think you depend on them, and then you get to know that they are conspiring against you. But it's a very good yoga, which is Dharana yoga, which is forming. That means some money will come in. Maybe, there will be some gains that you'll be getting also. And this is also the time when you will be feeling very inspired to do things. You will be attending some social events. Maybe there is a presentation or a lecture that you're going to be giving and taking, and just learning processes there. So do not just have some don't waste your time on superficiality and superficial relationship, and wasting time on pain can happen unnecessarily. Don't waste your time and energies. Okay, just do your thing, do your karma, quit your karma. That's the best thing to do. Focus on your growth, focus on yourself. Okay, that's happening on the 3rd, 4th. Now, 5th, 6th, this Moon is going to be conjunct Jupiter exalted in your 12th house, aspected by Ketu also. 5th and the 6th in your 12th house. The 12th house is the, house of expenditures. It is a little discomforting one because, it brings in the past memories also. Maybe you're, connecting with some old friends. Expenditures are increasing and you're feeling a little sentimental also during this time. Children and their condition can be of concern because Jupiter is there in your 12th house also. And 5th Lord is as it is turning retrograde. So it might just bring in that kind of a feeling, in the foreign land also. And it can be that you're becoming very responsible, but you're going through, because of this responsibility, you're going through a lot of pain also. Or maybe the vice versa. Because of the pain, you're going to become responsible. So take that responsibility, and reality hits hard. Maybe, you're traveling, something is missing, your baggage is lost or something, or maybe there is something to do with your, your own health that is suffering, or you're visiting someone, looking at someone, So all those things will trigger when Moon is in the 12th house, and it brings in some emotional pain. So maybe just go for a spa, rejuvenate yourself, unwind, spend some time, alone time, try to understand and cope up with the energies, which are flowing right now. Just try it, because, this is the time when you will be contemplating and thinking about what has happened in the past. You're thinking too much about, oh, I should have not done that. I should have done this. All those energies are also quite likely when Moon is in the 12th house, because the 27-day cycle is coming to an end. Then Moon is in the first house. First house is the cycle is beginning now. It is Mars, Mars also there, and there's a Saturn and Sun energy also prevalent in your, trine. So this means that, the second house Lord is 12 places away in the first house. So that means you're going to be thinking too much about your finances. Family is a very big support, huge support of you. And this is the time when you will be making some major decisions regards to your finances, your family, switching from one place to another, relocating, as we say, because Ketu energy is there in your fourth house. And the Lord of the fourth is also forming a Nich Bhanga with Venus, but Venus is retrograde. So putting things together, it is the time when you can have some complications while purchasing property, signing of agreements, signing in of documents. You have to be cautious about that. And in case you're thinking of relocating, it can be little cumbersome. It can be little unsettling kind of an energy also that you can go through. At the workplace, maybe, you're assigned a lot of work. You're too occupied, too busy this week. So you have to really balance things. Take just set your priorities. Take one step at a time. You will see that things will start falling in place. Okay, don't rush things. It's good. Your luck is by your side. It is combust though. Saturn is combust, but it is your 8th lord also, which is combust. So health-wise, it is good. You feel very energetic with Mars also in the Lagna. You feel energetic. You can counterbalance things. You're really working very hard, and things are moving in the right direction also for you. And also, I've seen with Saturn in the 9th house, you actually experience spiritual growth. There are certain transformations which are happening, and there's a life-changing experience that you will be going through also. Don't waste time on frivolous issues and people. Do not. Okay. So that's what I can say. And Sun is also there in your 9th house. So this is also a good time period to understand yourself and, how your belief system is, your spiritual core is, optimism is the key. Okay. Coming to the next one, that is Cancer. So for Cancer natives, this week Moon is going to be transiting your 10th, 11th, and 12th houses. And this is a very good time period, if you want to initiate anything at the workplace, you will be able to do many things. You're going to be getting a leadership role, maybe, and you're going to be very much into that zone where you're able to quit the tasks that have been assigned to you one by one. So it's high on energy, emotionally you're drained also. But at the same time, it is going to be giving you that kind of energy also, wherein you will be, able to do your tasks, well. So female counterparts will be supportive of you. Maybe there are certain, people who are going to be giving you that kind of support and energy also during this time. And there is some ideas, going on in your head, and you're going to be just displaying them. Maybe there's a presentation and it's approved somehow, people are going to approve of you, which is very positive, your bosses, your seniors, they're going to be understanding, and they're going to be taking everything positively. But there can be some gossip also that you can get involved in. So you have to be cautious about the gossiping in and around you. You're doing a lot of work. People are appreciating you. There are people who are jealous of you also at the workplace, so you have to be cautious. Do not confide everything. Maybe you will confide and then it just, is back. It just backfires. That can also happen. Then Moon moves into your 11th house, and there's a Jupiter energy there, and it's exalted there also. Ketu is also in trine. So in the 11th house, it is good to connect with your friends, and, maybe some friend circle you're going to be getting involved in. Money, large sums of money you will be earning during this time. Lagnesh is after all in the 11th house. So this is a very brilliant week from the 5th to the 6th. It's 5th, 6th are 2 good dates I'm giving you. If you have to make any decisions, make the decision now. Anything which requires attention, pay attention to that. Maybe it's your friend circle, maybe it's your, it's your work, it's your ideas. Maybe you're very creative during this time, so use this energy well. And also, your friend circle, the group that you move around in, they will just come and help you out. Some social events you're going to be attending, but don't fall prey to the superficiality. There are some superficial people around you have to be cautious about. And also, it is going to be the time when you will be making some really bigger decisions regards to your investments. I think it's better that you fix your money somewhere where it's a sure shot in coming in, rather than just going in for, stocks, shares, crypto, etc. Because Ketu is also in trine. So I think you should lie low there. Do not just go for heavy investments. Okay. And also, Jupiter can bring in a lot of friends as well as a lot of influential friends, in fact. You will be connecting with influential people, and this moon is also going to be there. So this is a very positive time period for you guys. Okay. Lastly, moon is going to be in your 12th house, and there's a Mars energy prevalent there. And Mars is in your 12th house. Alongside, we have Sun and Saturn in your 8th. So now this is a little precarious time period when Mars is in the 12th house, This is like, there are certain secret enemies because Mars is your yoga karagraha. Moon transiting there alongside this Mars might just bring in those energies even more. You can be very vulnerable, or maybe, you have to be cautious about the friends that you're meeting or you're mixing with. This can bring about some disturbance or backstabbing also. Maybe your ideas will just fail you or they'll be stolen. There can be some people who are going to be, giving you that kind of vibes, negative vibes. You've done really well. So now people are just getting jealous of you also with this Mars and Sun and Saturn also in your 8th house. They're looking at in trine, they're there. So this brings in conspiracy, and there can be that people can backstab you. Sleep can be disturbed also with this kind of a situation. Also, when we talk about the 8th house energy with Sun and Saturn, so this might just bring in, some kind of, maybe if you are into divorce, I don't use these kinds of terms, but Mars is looking at your 6th house. Ketu is also, in your 4th. So these are not good energies, regards to your divorce, separation. If at all you're thinking of separating, this can trigger that. There are restrictions in your money matters also. And there can be that you have to but you will become very matured and seasoned and sensible also. The life force and resistance is low because Sun is there in the 8th house. And your father's health might just not be that good. Sense of low esteem also happens when Sun is in the 8th house. This is not the time actually, especially this part of the month until the 14th of March, lie low. Maybe with the authorities, maybe with the people who you think that you can confide and trust. You're not able to. So that is something you have to be cautious about. Otherwise, it is definitely not that bad with Jupiter energy prevalent in your 11th house and Venus, Mercury, Rahu, Moon in your Venus, Mercury, Rahu in your in your 6th house. Okay, in your 9th house. Sorry. One more thing I have to tell you. This date I have mentioned wrong, third to the, because Moon has to be here. Okay, now with this Venus also stationary. Venus is your 11th lord, which is stationary. So new relationship might just give you some issues and troubles that you have to go through because Venus is the karaka for relationship, finances. So maybe a house that you have to purchase, it just gives you some issues. There are some disputes you have to handle, breaking of vehicle breakdown, or maybe your vehicle has to go to the garage often. There can be that you're traveling overseas. It might just be a little difficult for you because Mercury is also, with the Neech Bhangar, Venus retrograde, it has cancelled out the Neech Bhanga also. Then there are other factors involved. So you have to be careful in your investments. You have to be cautious when you're purchasing property, signing agreements. Also starting a new education is quite likely during this time overseas. Relocation is quite likely. Okay. Coming to the next one, that is Leo. So for Leo natives, Moon is going to be transiting your 9th, 10th, and 11th houses this week. And when Moon is in your 9th house, this is the time when you have to make certain decisions regards to your spiritual guidance. Maybe you will be seeking spiritual help or spiritual guidance, or maybe you're connecting with your mentors, gurus, teachers, taking Diksha, Mantra Diksha when Moon is in the 9th house, or maybe you're traveling overseas for some higher learning, higher studies, higher education also. And this is the time when you will be more emotionally attached to your belief system, your culture, your tradition, your, or maybe you're going to be having some kind of transformative energy in regards to your own self. Okay, I need to do this. I need to learn this. You're very adventurous also. Maybe something new you will be getting into. You'll be involved in something new. And there is a self-renewal, improvement, and energy also prevalent here. Also, there is a possibility of new opportunities, new doors are opening. So this is a very wonderful time period if you want to go overseas, if you want to travel overseas. This is going to open doors. Expenditures might increase when you're going overseas. This might just increase the expenditures also. At the same time, this is a good time period with Saturn also looking here. You're becoming very serious about your approach. You're not taking it casually. You're learning more. You're seriously acquiring knowledge and upskilling yourself also. So do it with Moon transiting there on the, I'll just give you the dates. It's 3rd and the 4th when Moon is going to be in your 9th house. And Moon moves into your 10th house on the 5th, 6th, and it's going to be conjunct Jupiter and trying to Ketu. So now in the 10th house, what's happening? There's a lot of workload. Okay. You're working very hard and you might just have a lot of fluctuations at the workplace also. It said that when Jupiter is there, there is a possibility of the new job, new bosses coming in. The company is taken over by some other company, and Jupiter is transiting the 10th house. It's a benefic planet after all. So it could be expansive energy also, but at the same time, it can bring in some new bosses also. And also this can bring about some fluctuations in your mental setup also. You might just become very focused on your job emotionally. You want to finish everything. You want to be in the limelight. You are looking at that name and fame. Your superiors and bosses are supportive of you. You're going to be doing so many things. And also there is something which is going to change at the place of work regards to your chemistry and bonding with others also. Okay, so you have to be cautious about all those energies as well. Take care of your mental health because you're overworked, there's a lot of workload, and you're not able to finish it. You have to take things in a stride and go slowly. Okay, but surely there is, if you are jobless, this is the time when it will open way, to those doors also. You have to take care of your finances because Ketu is there in your 2nd house. Finances, savings are depleting. It said that savings are depleting. Okay, so we have to be careful about our financial investments. Mars is there. Mars is your yoga graha in the 11th house. So it will give you that opportunity to make money out of money. It is definitely very positive though. And Moon is going to be transiting your 11th house also, and there is this Mars also waiting. And there's a Saturn and Sun in trine. So this means that this will be, that you are going to be giving support to your friends. You're supportive of your siblings, or maybe, there is some attention which is required at the investment front also. New relationship can trigger, and there can be some gossiping also, or backstabbing which can happen. People are getting jealous of you. You have to be cautious about those energies also. I hope I'm audible, just forgive me for this. And also, Mars is there, so there can be some bad behavior of your own people, your own friends. Maybe, they are not, going to be, you did not expect that to happen. And then, they backstab you. From the best of your friends, coming from them, it's really painful. So that can also happen. So it can also lead to some stress in regards to your mom. Mother is not well or something, because the 4th Lord is gone 8 places away. So mother's health suffers. Okay. Older siblings may be defensive. Keep distance from them. Maintain distance. Mother can be under stress and requires medical attention. And Venus is also getting retrograde. So it's not a good sign. Venus, all the planets are in your 8th house, Rahu is there. Venus is there. Mercury is there. So finances depletion and health depletion and mindset is getting little, confused. Transformation is happening, churning is happening. Maybe at the workplace, people are not supportive of you and you have to do things yourself. There's a lot of workload, there's a lot of pressure, okay? Because Saturn is looking at your Bhagyasthana 9th house also. And this is also the time when it can give you some kind of issues regards to your health also. Just take care of your health issues, health also during this time period, okay? And I think we're good to go. Yeah, moon is in the 9th, 10th, 11th house is not that bad. Actually, it is going to be giving you new opportunities also simultaneously. You have to make the best use of your aggression. Your aggression is actually towards the impulse, anger. So that is something you have to be working on. Okay, coming to the next one, that is Virgo. For Virgo natives, Moon is going to be transiting your 8th, 9th, and 10th houses. And as you know, Moon, whenever is in the 8th house, this is the Chandrashtama. And I'm not too happy with the Chandrashtama. Why? Because, this is something which one has to be very careful about. There can be some humiliation one has to go through, or there can be that you are in deep worry, or there are some gossips which are happening around you. People backstab you, or there is some rumor that you get entrapped in. Also, it can bring in some confused state of mind. You might just make some wrong choices and decisions also during this time. You have to be cautious about that. And in impulse, you make wrong decisions and choices. Something which is very unpredictable can happen. People you cannot trust, and financial matters, because it's the 11th Lord in your 8th house also. So it might just bring about some financial distress also, or maybe some wrong decisions that you have made with regards to your finances. And also, this might just bring in some kind of issues in your health, mental health or physical health. It depends on your personal chart. Saturn is also looking here. The 6th Lord is looking at the 8th house. Moon, the 11th Lord. So it might just bring about health issues to your siblings or to your uncle or aunt also. Okay, so just take it. Then Moon moves into your 9th house, and we have a Jupiter energy prevalent there, and Ketu is in trine as well. So in the 9th house, spiritual guidance seems unclear, or maybe you have that craving to visit a guru. You want to meet a guru, you want to connect with a guru, and that's happening on the 5th and the 6th. That Moon is going to be in the 5th, on the 5th and the 6th in your 9th house. It's going to be exalted Moon, so definitely very positive for learning more, acquiring more knowledge, upskilling yourself. Maybe you will be writing something. You are going to be reading books during this time, mantra siddhi, and also some female teachers you'll be connecting, mother, father, and maybe father like figures you'll be connecting, gurus. Travels can be there for work. Workload is increasing. Jupiter is good as a teacher, so he will teach you the lesson of the life also. Then it's good for the student natives in case they have any plans to sit for an exam or go for overseas journeys also. Then Moon moves into your 10th house, and there is a Mars energy there, and there's a trine Saturn and Sun also in the 9th house, in your 10th house, sorry. So 10th house, Mars definitely is considered to be good because it is Digbali. So this is going to be giving you some drive, some attraction, full of powerful position. You're craving for that, you will get it, and you're going to be very, very emotional about your work also during this time. Work with an open mind, and maybe with your women counterparts, superiors, you'll be connecting well, and there is some kind of change also at the workplace which is taking place, maybe because of your boss change or co-workers, they've quit and the new ones have joined in. So there's a lot of pressure also at the workplace. And also Moon transiting through your 10th house will give you a lot of inclination towards finances also. Promotion is likely if you're waiting for. If you're jobless, you will get the job that you're waiting for also. Okay, so this way it is a good week for you. Starting point, on the 3rd and the 4th, don't make any hasty decisions regards to your finances, regards to your relationship also. In case you are having any issues already with your partner, spousal relationship, or anything to do with your relationship with the people in and around you. So this might, or your business partner. So Venus is retrograde. Lagnesh is forming a niche bhanga, but Venus, when it's retrograde, that niche bhanga is actually depleting the energies. So you have to be careful while communicating with others. You have to be cautious while investing, while traveling also. Take care of your belongings, your luggage, your maybe your passport, visa, etc. But this is the time when you can purchase property. You can sign the documents regards to property matters in case you have been having some issues. And if you want to start construction work of your house, you can do that as well during this week. Coming to the next one, there's a lot of sound. I'm so sorry. I'm in the cafeteria of the hospital in Bhubaneswar. So that is the reason I'm not maybe, audible, or there's a background noise. I apologize for that. I wish I could help it, but I can't because I have to give the readings. That's my only main objective. So for Libra natives, moon is going to be in your 7th, 8th, and 9th houses this week. And it's going to be to start with on the 3rd and the 4th, aspected by Saturn in your 7th house. So 7th house, moon, sorry, I'm talking about moon in the 7th house. So when moon is in the 7th house, this brings in a lot of fluctuation of thought process. This is also the time maybe you're going to be traveling. It's good for travels. And this might just be bringing in some unpredictable and change of mind of your partner. Maybe, in your partnership business, there was some investment which was planned and suddenly he backs out or she backs out, says that, no, I'm not going in for this. So that kind of energy is also quite likely during this time. And there is some unforeseen lack of security that you feel. But it is impacting your partner or the other people that you are surrounded with. Their mental setup can change, or there is some emotional security which is required. Maybe you're going to be going for dining out with your family during this time. You wear new clothes, you meet people. There are certain meetings lined up. So you're going to be meeting those kinds of people also at the workplace. Remember, things are not as they appear. So you have to be prepared for the worst also. Sorry to say that. But moon is Ucha in your 7th. Okay, one more thing I wanted to tell you that when moon is in the 7th house, it's good if you wear new clothes, bathe well, be more disciplined. This is the time when you will be starting another cycle also. It's the opposite house, right? So it's good for your relationship with others to improve, work on yourself. Then moon moves into your 8th house. And that's happening on the 5th and the 6th. And when moon is conjunct Jupiter also here, and Ketu is in trine also. So when moon is in the 7th house, there is some 8th house, there is some unnecessary worry that you're going through, some deep worries, unnecessary. Maybe, it is not even existing, that kind of a situation, but you're thinking, in the mind, there is something which is going on in your head. It's about your perspective, basically. So it can lead to some kind of wrong decision making because of your impulsive decision making, emotional setup. So this might just bring in that kind of energy also. And it's quite likely that you're feeling that, there's a humiliation. You have suffered some humiliation. You thought that, I will get that promotion. You don't get it. So you're feeling a little uneasy because it's the 10th lord in the 8th house after all. Some fluctuations at the workplace. Maybe jobs are getting prolonged, not getting over. And it is bringing in too much of energy, regards to your, work. Negative energies, I would say, because it's the 8th house. So do not go for any kind of change or investments or planning like that. I'm sorry for the background noise. So you do feel that some unpredictable events happen or some wrong, decision making happens when moon is in the 8th house regards to finances, regards to your work. People might just conspire against you. They might just backstab you. You're feeling very uneasy. So do not make any hasty or impulsive decisions, especially on the 5th and the 6th. If you're traveling, make sure that all your documents are intact. Your finances, financial status is really, you have to work on also. Don't go for don't go overboard in your investments, etc. Also on this day, 7th to the 9th evening, moon is going to be in your 9th house and it's going to be conjunct Mars, trying to Saturn and Sun. So 9th house is actually the time when you will feel some spiritual guidance is required. You're going to be chanting mantras, you're reading scriptures, you're learning more, you're more energetic now because Mars is also there. So you're thinking about growth, finances, 7th lord, 10th lord in the 9th house, so Bhagya Uday. So this is very good for your partner, for partnership, relationship, travels. Maybe you're going to be working on your spiritual growth, you're acquiring more knowledge, you're writing, you're learning. So this is very positive for that. Connect with your guru, connect with your mentor, connect with your father-like figures also. So that will help you. And Venus, which is your Lagnesh, is stationary retrograde this week. So you have to be careful about your health. Get into the rhythm, don't be lazy. Get into the rhythm, look after your health, look after your fitness, look after your dietary regime also. And if you have to go in for any journeys, examination, you want to take any exam, so you can do that also, well. Reread the paper because Mercury is also going to be turning retrograde soon. Okay, so everything is looking good, especially towards the end of the week. And then henceforth, things are going to get better also. Okay. So that is something which is there. And your ninth house is getting active also with the Jupiter and Saturn energy in the ninth house, which is definitely very positive also. Again, it is very, very good for you, because in the ninth house, when you have Jupiter and Saturn, that means you can travel, you can work, you can acquire knowledge, you can write, your writing skills are going to enhance also. So definitely very positive for you. Okay. Coming to the next one, that is Scorpio. So Scorpio, 1 second. So for Scorpio natives, Moon is going to be transiting your 6th, 7th, and 8th houses this week. So first of all, you have to take care of your health. You have to take care of your fitness. Maybe you're focused more on your health and fitness to start with on the 3rd and the 4th, because Saturn is also looking at your 6th house. So the energy is that either your immunity levels are down, you have to look after yourself, or if you have any fever or something, some digestive trouble, or maybe lung related viral infection, etc. So you need that attention also. Your body requires time to rest. You need to be rested. That is something which can happen when Moon is in your 6th house. And there is also likelihood that your pet or your children or your pets, they are not too good. You have to take care of them. Also, they require attention. But it's good for connecting with your uncles, aunts, taking their help and advice, to grow. Also, Moon is going to be in your in your 7th house on the 5th and the 6th is going to be exalted, conjunct Jupiter in trine to Ketu in your 7th house. So any kind of partnership business, anything to do with new assignment, new project, presentations, etc. It's good. And looking for a potential partner, relationship, investors from overseas, quite likely traveling. Maybe you're going to be taking your family out for dinner. Children are going to be doing well. Jupiter is there in your 7th house. So that way it is definitely very positive. And also get into the depth and the detail of everything rather than thinking that everything is hunky-dory. No, there is something which is hidden. There is something that you have, what it appears is not going to be. So you need to see the details rather than just looking things at, superficially and then deciding, no, it is not going to help you. It is not going to be right that way. Then Moon is going to be in your 8th house on the 7th to the 9th evening, and it's going to be conjunct Mars, and it's going to be in trine to Sun and Saturn also in your 8th house. The 8th house is a very uncomfortable kind of a situation. Mars is there, so Lagnesh going to the 8th house has given you health issues. Workload has increased. Good for transformation, research work. But at the same time, you have to keep your mind and mental setup under check. Maybe, there are certain losses that you have incurred because of your partner, because of your finances. So you're feeling a little uncomfortable because of that. And you might just make some wrong choices and decisions in impulse also. Financial matters have to be really very well thought of, and you have to, some unpredictabilities can be experienced also. You're writing, you're working hard, and you're not getting that kind of result. It's going to be from 7th to the 9th evening. So you need to be very, very, very cautious about all of that. Okay. So also, whenever you're signing an agreement, so reread the papers also when it's Gemini in your 8th house after all, So for you people, communication, helping others, healing others is the key. Okay. So you cannot trust on everybody. You can't trust everybody. You can't have faith on everyone. So that is the issue with Ketu in the 11th house also. So you have to be cautious about all these energies also. Venus, being the ruler of your 7th and the 12th lord, is retrograde. It's stationary retrograde, basically. So you will experience some highs and lows in your relationship also. Maybe you're traveling overseas, your children are traveling overseas, leaving your place and going to some other place is also quite likely during this time period. And also Mercury is forming a connection. There is a Neecha Bhanga in your 5th house. Maybe, about your finances, you have to make certain very important and crucial decisions right now. Competition success is also on cards regards to your, examination that you're going to be taking. Okay. Just do not fall prey and depend on the ex-partner who's coming and telling you that, now let's start the relationship afresh. Do not at any cost trust that person. Okay. Coming to the next one, that is Sagittarius. Now I have to rush up. I'm so sorry. For Sagittarius natives, this week Moon is going to be transiting your fifth, sixth, and seventh houses. So on the third, fourth, it is going to be aspected by Saturn in the fifth house and is in Aries sign to start. So this is the time when you might just be forming a connection with some new alliances can take place. Sudden inspiration to be creative. You are very optimistic. Children are doing well. You can maybe you're conceived and there's a delivery which has happened. Women look for emotional support if you are a woman counterpart. The mind seems to wander without focus because it's moon after all in the house of intellect. So you have to be very careful about your thought process. Just don't fall prey to the mood swings that you're having. Maybe you pick up an argument, unnecessary argument, and you say, no, I don't want to be with this partner. So that kind of a decision you can make, that drastic step you can take when moon is in the fifth house. It is good for mantra siddhi. Just do the aradhana. Just sit in a sukha asana, posture, peaceful posture. And, this posture is also considered to be good, whenever you are having moon transiting through your fifth house, and just sit in that peace, contemplating the posture. And do not make any decisions like that, which, backfire. So you have to be very, very careful about your mental setup. So mantra siddhi, if you can recite Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya chants, it will be really wonderful. Okay. And it said that when you water the sun god, you gain that the luck factor enhances. Om Grini Suryaya Nama chants. These are really very good for you. Also, moon is going to be in your sixth house. Jupiter is there on the fifth and the sixth, and it's going to be exalted there, aspected by Ketu from the 10th house. So when moon is transiting your sixth house, this is the time period when you will be making some important decisions regards to your finances, regards to your investments. Also, there is some competition waiting for you, and also you have to follow a strict regime now. Follow a strict diet, strict regime. There is a possibility that you're going to be making some important decisions regards to your workplace also. You're organizing your calendar, how you have to go about it, how the upcoming year is going, upcoming week is going to be. You align everything, organize everything from now itself. In case you're having any kind of stomach upsets or lung related issues, just make sure that you do not just do the self-medication. Go to the doctor, seek help and advice from that doctor, and then decide what you really want to do. Okay. Just don't do self-medication. It's not going to help you. See, Jupiter here is going to make you very productive. Okay. It is going to be making you very productive. It is going to be giving you that fitness regime also, but it will be making you lazy also. So that is something you have to be very careful about, because, Lagnesh is in the sixth house. No? So it gives health issues, bigger health issues, bigger enemies, but you are able to deal with them also well. Okay. So that way it is, Jupiter in the sixth house is not bad, but it will give you all these first to deal with. Okay. You will be able to get motivated to achieve your goals. Ketu is there in your 10th house. You don't feel up to it actually, to do the jobs on time. There are too many things that you're having on plate and you're not able to balance things out. Moon is going to be in your, thank you so much. See, moon is going to be in your 7th house also. And Mars is there. And that's happening on the 7th to the 9th evening. And it's going to be in trine to Sun and Saturn in the 7th house. So that is the time period that you have to be careful about your relationship. Your partner might require attention, or maybe, you're going to be spending more time with your partner emotionally. You need that. You need to do that. That support is required, and you can become very emotional about your relationship. Also, your partner can be, or if you are not having any relationship or any partner, so this might just bring in emotions towards your people you are dealing with, or maybe in your business or in your life, in your relationship with your people in and around you. You might just support them during this time. Eighth Lord is in the 7th house after all, so it might just bring in some health issues to your in-laws or your partner or partner's wealth, depletes, or maybe, the partner was expecting, or other people in and around you, they were expecting some money coming in, it did not come in. Some losses can be there. You can incur some losses. Health issues can happen. Don't eat outside food. Avoid. It can be that you eat some oily, spicy foods, and then you have some stomach-related troubles also. So you must understand that Venus is stationary retrograde. So this might just bring in some kind of issues in your finances. Maybe you have some issues to deal with your friends. You're dependent on your friend circle, your friends, but they only backstab you, or something, backfires, in the relationship or in your investments. Mercury, Mercury is your 7th and the 10th lord after all. So it is Nietzsche, means that you have to put a lot of effort to gain that kind of result that you want, or you want things to go your way. You have to put the effort, right kind of effort at the right time. Communicate, limited communication. Want to purchase property? Reread the documents well. You want to purchase vehicle? Assess whether you want this vehicle or you want the second-hand one. So think about it before jumping into anything. And of course, your 7th house is very active with the double transit, good for marriage, good for relationship, good for reconciling also in your relationships. Okay. Coming to the next one, that is Capricorn. So for Capricorn natives, 1 second. For Capricorn natives, moon is going to be transiting your 4th, 5th, and 6th houses. See, when moon is in the 4th house, on the 3rd and the 4th is aspected by Saturn. So there is some restriction on the home front. Maybe you're expecting a lot from your people and you're not getting that kind of reciprocation from them. You're feeling very uneasy. Whenever moon is in the 4th house, you're very emotional. You're very, very emotional about your people, about your family, about your home environment, or you're very homey. You want to sit in the house and do things. Nostalgia, your nostalgic feeling when moon is there. 7th lord is in the 4th house. That means you will be nostalgic about your ex-partner, about your relationship, about your partner, about your business. Maybe, you're thinking about growth. And maybe your mother, you're thinking about your mom a lot. You're missing her. That kind of a feeling happens when moon is in your 4th house. And there is a sense of security that you're chasing. You want that sense of security. You want that the finances. You want to be emotionally well equipped. So you're thinking about all those things when moon is in the 4th house. And then moon moves into your 5th house. Okay. Moon in the 5th house is exalted. And it's conjunct Jupiter. On the 5th and the 6th, it's going to be aspected, or we can say in trine to Ketu, because people sometimes don't like when I'm saying that Ketu is aspecting, because Ketu has no head. So how Ketu can aspect? But do remember that Ketu is in trine. It is in the same element. It has to impact. And it is in the Virgo sign. It's said that when Ketu is in the Virgo sign, you have digestive issues even more. People have gastric troubles even more. They don't know how to organize things, how to balance things when Ketu is in the Virgo sign. Okay, all these things you must have experienced. Now, with moon in trine to this Ketu in the 5th house, it is good for mantra siddhi, good for childbirth. Maybe, you have to go through some mental upheavals also. Emotionally, you can be little, what do you call, mood swings will happen, but mood swings. But what happens at the same time, it is a good thing if you just defer your decision making on this day, especially on the 5th and the 6th. If you can defer, you have to decide about something, you have to get into some romance, you want to break up from your partner, do not do it on this day. It's not a good idea. It's better that, you just give it some time. If you have any kind of problems or issues that you're dealing with your children, so maybe, you have to take care of that also, just handle things with a lot of care. Mantra siddhi, mantrocharan, taking diksha from your guru. This is a very good time period. Because Jupiter is also in the 5th house. So expansion of business is quite likely. This is also a good time period if you want to go for a movie, you want to watch a movie. Maybe you will watch Chhatrapati Shivaji. I'm talking about Hindi movie because I'm an Indian. So maybe you want to watch a movie which is very inspiring. Anything. If it's Hollywood, Bollywood, whatever you call it, but you're just learning. You're entertaining yourself at the same time you're learning. Some competition success can also come with you, and you might just make speculative income, speculative gains can happen. And some expansion is coming through also your way. Okay. And children are going to gain some intelligence, and they're going to be really working very hard, and they're going to be getting the results that they are expecting also. They will get through the examination they're waiting for. Just give me a moment. I'll just drink some water. 1 second. Thank you. So what is happening here? Then moon moves into your sixth house. Okay, sixth house on the 7th to the 9th evening. It's going to be with Mars in trying to Saturn and Sun also. See, Saturn and Sun, when they are in the second house, it depletes your finances also. You have to really work on your financial growth. Second house, Saturn has given you a lot of the restraints and delays in realization of funds. Maybe you have given some hand loan to someone and you not received it. That kind of thing. Rewards, legacies, inheritances, or dental work, dental issues. They all happen, when Saturn and Sun are together in the seventh, in your second house. Also, there is some focus on unexpected work and resources. Some sources of income might increase also. You never know, but you have to pay attention to some unexpected resources, unexpected gains. Also, there can be that you are spending on things which you did not plan. Okay, that also happens with Sun there. You have to take care of your daily habits of eating habits when Sun is in the second house. Also, Moon is going to be in trine in the air element in your sixth house. And when Moon is in the sixth house, you have to organize everything. You're very productive. You're very energetic with Mars also there. And also, you will pay attention to your health even more. During this time, you're going to be having a lot of women counterparts as your associates also during this time. And also with Mars there, it can bring about some jealousy or gossiping or insecurity because of you or because of others towards you. It could be any. So if you are yourself, if you are listening to me, I would request you not to get into that zone, avoid. So to avoid all this, stop comparing. That's the best thing that you can do. If you stop comparing, things will automatically fall in place. Okay. So that is something you can do easily. Also, employees, they are unreliable. You have to, and also, because of your, lack of effort, make leaders out of leaders rather than thinking that I can do it all alone with Mars in the sixth house. So you have to take everybody together with you so that everything falls in place accordingly and there is some trust in you of your people, your co-workers, your subordinates, your employees. You have to bring that. Health issues to your pets. You have to feed the pets well. Impulsive behavior can cause accident. So I'm sorry to say this, but 9th till 9th evening, 7th to the 9th evening, drive safely. See what happens, you do your bit. Don't text while driving. Do not eat while driving. Sometimes we get distracted talking over the phone and, also, you're mentally very, very disturbed and you make, you get very impulsive during this time. So it might just lead to some kind of irritability also. And you drive, so you meet with an accident. So when you're mentally disturbed, do not touch the wheel 7th to the 9th evening. Okay. And Venus is definitely, your 10th lord in stationary retrograde. So you have to be careful. Status quo. Do not change your job right now. It's not advisable. Also take good care of your learning and speaking skills also. Okay. Learn more. That's what I can say. Coming to the second last sign, that is Aquarius. So for Aquarius natives, this week, Moon is going to be in your 3rd, 4th, and 5th houses. On the 3rd and the 4th, Moon is going to be in your 3rd house, aspected by Saturn from the Lagna. So Moon in the 3rd house is going to give you that open-mindedness. You're flexible, you're connecting with your siblings, you're communicating, you're taking some unplanned and spontaneous trips, and this is also the time when you're going in for shopping, household things, grocery, etc. And this is also not the time to get into any kind of wrong communication, rumors. Don't fall prey to the rumors. There can be some something to do with the some kind of rumors or people are just spreading wrong word. So do not fall prey to all of those. And maybe, at the workplace, you're just putting your efforts and people are not appreciating you. So that can cause a little bit of worry. But traveling definitely will be fruitful. If you have unplanned trips, all the more better. So you will enjoy better, you will learn more, you will be better off in your communication with your siblings, friends, neighbors. You're communicative. Okay. And also, the Lord of the third is in the 5th house. So your communication with your partner, relationship with your children is going to improve also. Also, there is a likelihood with moon transiting through your 4th house, and that's happening on the 5th and the 6th. Moon transiting and exalted in your 4th house, and it's going to be conjunct Jupiter, and it's going to be aspected by Ketu also here. So when moon is in your 4th house, Jupiter energy is definitely very positive. So this is an expansive energy regards to real estate, regards to your finances, renovating your home, buying a new car. Maybe if you have anything to do with your security, home security system, you want to change, you can do that also on the 5th and the 6th. See, Ketu is there. So maybe you're relocating. You're relocating from the place where you are. From the place where you are. Okay. Quite likely that you can relocate also. And there is a possibility of purchasing, see, you get very emotional about your own people when moon is in the 4th house. I'm so sorry about the background noise because I'm in the hospital. My mom-in-law is in ICU and she's critical. And I'm making this video for bringing it to you, the readings, so that you people at least heads up. So that is why, please pardon me if you are not able to hear me clear, do write in the comment section. I will try to write the readings later. So now, with moon transiting your 4th house on the 5th and the 6th, you have to be very careful about your mental setup. Mood swings, maybe you get aggressive towards your family, your parents, your mother, and then you say that, why did I pick up that kind of a argument? So that thing you have to keep a constant check on. Maybe, you did not plan all of that and that happens. So you can feel a little uneasy because of that. The emotions are pretty heightened when moon is in the 4th house. That is why moon is not considered to be good in the 4th house, because you're nostalgic. You connect with your childhood friends. Maybe you're looking at the the pictures and you are missing those friends and those people, when moon is, one second. Oh, great. If audio is great. Shweta, thank you. You actually relieved me by saying so, because if you are here, you have no idea how much sound is there, how much background noise is. So I cannot help it also, but yeah, I am feeling it a lot. Anyhow, be careful about your mood swings. Do not get carried away by your emotions when moon is in the 4th house, because you will make all wrong decisions, wrong choices. You have to be careful about all of that. Keep your head in center when moon is in the 4th house. Okay. And people, your childhood events will refresh. So maybe, you will learn and you will start, taking things in that way. Sometimes your own childhood days teach you, so maybe those kind of experiences will be the learning lessons for you. You will learn something from your past. Maybe you'll call your friends over and you will reconnect with your past. Okay, so that is also quite likely with moon in the 4th house. And moon moves into your 5th house on the 7th till the 9th evening, conjunct Mars. It's going to be trying to Saturn and Sun in the Lagna. See, Saturn in the 1st house, makes you pretty much egoistical also, and isolated. Basically, not egoistical, but you feel there's no time for yourself. There's no time for. That is why I said it's not egoistical or self-centric, but you are forced not to do things the way you want to. So things are getting delayed. Your personal agendas are not getting completed. Your tasks are prolonged. You're just getting slow. So all that happens, and you feel very old and exhausted. But with Sun transiting your 1st house, this is definitely very good for your, energy levels. You're feeling better. Stamina is better. You're exercising, you're gymming, your self-confidence is improving, and you're doing things your way also. Exercising in a moderation is required here. Also, when moon is going to be in trine to this zone in the 5th house, so it is definitely the time when you have to connect with your children. It's better that you look after your children's health also. And you have to be very optimistic, should be very optimistic. The approach should be very optimistic about your emotional support from others and to give support to others also. Mars is there. So competitive drive definitely is exponentially growing. You're getting inspired from your own children or maybe your partner you're going to be connecting with, or your partner is going to be supportive of you, wherever you're stuck. Those stuck up energies are going to be much more better. And you're going to be very aggressive in your sexual desires, and this can bring in those energies even more in you, the urge to have sexual pleasures when moon is in the fifth house with Mars. But it can bring in that kind of separative tendencies also from your partner. You pick up an argument and you say, no, I don't want to be with this person. You just want to break up. That's not right. You have to plan or wait for making such kind of decisions rather than making impulsive decisions. I don't want to be in this relationship. You break up and then you regret. What's the point? Give it some time. Venus, as it is retrograde. You have to wait rather than making impulsive decisions. Also, make sure that you are buying vehicle, you're buying any assets. You have to make wiser decisions. Take a break, take a pause, and then decide what do you really want. Your Bhagya Lord is getting retrograde. That means things are going to slow down. You're not going to get that kind of support. So just worship Lord Goddess Lakshmi, Goddess Saraswati during this time. And this will definitely be giving you that kind of direction also. Okay. Take the help of the divine, when you know that that is the luck factor is missing. So that will happen. Okay. So this is what is happening. Also, childbirth can take place because Jupiter and Saturn are passing through Gemini sign in your Navamansha also. So which is very, very positive. Coming to the next one, which is the last sign, that is Pisces. I'll answer the questions in a bit. Don't worry. I'll answer the questions. So for Pisces natives, moon is going to be transiting your second, third, and fourth houses. Okay? Now, moon in the second house is going to be is aspected by Saturn and Sun from the 12th. So when moon is in the first house, this is in the second house, this is about your financial security. It can give you some expenditures also. It might just be that you're going to be having some financial losses. Spending on your family could be there, or something to do with your yourself, maybe some health issues you have had and you're spending on that, or some dental issues you're dealing with, or there can be that you're not eating right and you have some digestive trouble on the third and the fourth, especially. See, when Saturn and Sun are transiting through your 12th house, so this brings in, quality time that you have to spend on yourself alone. You are actually, working on some major projects overseas, or maybe, you're dealing with some sleepless nights because you're working long hours, because there is some emotional drain also with Sun and Saturn in your 12th house. But there is a lot of workload also, So you're working on yourself, and there can be that you're having some hidden issues from the past that's going to surface with this cycle, or coming to an end with Saturn in your 12th house zone. So there is some kind of maybe, defamation, or maybe there is something to deal with emotional setback with Saturn in the 12th house that happens. But with Sun also there, it is minimizing the impact. So don't worry about it. Things are going to get better. And in the foreign lands, you will be doing better. You're going to be gaining that kind of strength also. You're going to be making some kind of money also from the overseas land. Now, on the third and the fourth, this might just be little aggravated energy. You have to be a little more careful about your spendings. So don't overspend on this day. Then on the 5th and the 6th, moon is going to be in your third house, and it's going to be conjunct Jupiter, where this is exalted, and there's an aspect of Ketu from the 7th also. So in your third house, moon is definitely very flexible, very strong, and it gives you new possibilities also. You're learning, some unplanned spontaneous trips can happen. You're learning experiences. Maybe you plan to go to a retreat. You plan to go to Vrindavan. Sometimes it so happens that you pay a visit to a pilgrimage. You want to meet your children. Maybe you want to go to some place like that. Also, this is going to be the time when you are having some kind of, cooking classes, or maybe you're going to be taking some kind of recipe that you're going to be preparing on this day, and you're going to be meeting those kinds of people also, who are going to be helping you. So some support system is going to be there, maybe your own people, your siblings, your neighbors, your friends you're going to be dealing with. And also there is a possibility of some growth prospects that you're looking at also. So this is a very positive day for you in case you have to make on the 5th and the 6th some decisions you can make. and you must go for expansion. Expansive energies are prevalent here. And also there is a communicative energy here with the, as regards to your skills enhancement, talents, you're going to be getting that success in the endeavors that you're putting in. The energy levels are high, opportunities are opening, it's opening that, it's paving that way to you, some curiosity levels are definitely getting that kind of fresh outlook also. So take a short journey, take a short trip, that is going to help. That's going to help you also. Some retreat, some kind of spiritual pursuits, pilgrimage, that is going to help you. Moon is going to be in your 4th house, and there it is going to be conjunct Mars on the 7th till the 9th evening. It's going to be trine to Saturn and Sun in the 12th house. Now, with Moon in the 4th house, this is good for getting together with your family, connecting with your mother. This is also good for your, purchase of property, purchase of vehicle. Be careful when Venus is retrograding in your 1st house. So you have to be careful about your financials. You have to make certain important decisions regards to your investments also. With Mercury, also your 4th and the 7th lord, regards to your marriage, regards to your relationship. Don't jump into conclusions instantly. Give it some time. Take it easy. Things will definitely get better also. All right. And this is also the time period when you will be, when Moon is in your Gemini sign. So you can be vocal about your mental setup. Maybe you can just be argumentative and you just have some issues to deal with your family also. So take good care of your speech, communicate softly with your mother, with your people in and around you. Okay. So these are the energies. Maybe your partner is getting very isolated. You're very demanding and your partner is in that shell. So support that partner, support your partner. Children will flourish. Children will really do well if they have to travel, especially on the 5th and the 6th, if you have to send them off, or you want to go and see them. This is the time to connect with them also. Okay. So this is the energy which is prevalent. Rahu is definitely giving you that kind of confusion, illusion, delusion in the 1st house, and is making you too much, obsessive about your relationship also, with Venus also there. So you have to be taming those energies rather than getting consumed by that. The bonding, has to be strong. The bonding with your people has to be really, really worked on if you want a good love relationship or reality. Okay. So this is what is the condition of Moon's ingress in the signs. So have a great week, and 4th house is getting active. You can purchase property, you can purchase some assets if you want to also. Okay. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. I'm going to be taking up the questions if you have any. Mantra Diksha. Kusum is asking, ma'am, is it possible to take Mantra Diksha 2nd time? Yes, you can take any number of times, and you can take it from any guru also. Okay. Thank you so much for the prayers, everyone. And yeah. Thank you so much for your love. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So much, everyone. Thanks for watching. Stay blessed, and see you guys really soon. And I will be updating you also. Thank you so much for watching. Stay blessed. And that's it.